My name is Marco Hanna from PhoneDog.com, and this is the Weekly Bone. We start this week talking about Nokia's brand new flagship on the Big Red network. Yes, we are talking about the Nokia Lumia 928. The 928 picks up right where the 920 left off. It has a 4.5-inch display. It's an HD display. It has a 1.5 gigahertz dual-core processor and 1 gigabyte of RAM. There's also a lot more stuff on there like Nokia City Lens and that fabulous Windows Phone 8 software. Since this is a Nokia device, it has a beautiful Carl Zeiss lens. It has a pure view camera on the back. It's an 8.7 megapixel camera. It's capable of taking beautiful, beautiful photos. It also has a xenon flash, which means the flash is extremely bright and does not distort colors in the images, and it's also capable of taking 1080p video. Aaron and I actually did experience the same sort of keyboard lag that he found in his review, and I also found out with this model as well, there is a slight lag in the keyboard software, but nothing a software bug can fix. Also, it's really nice to see a Windows Phone 8 device running on Big Red's network. After Samsung's 7-inch Galaxy Tab 3 debut a couple months ago, we actually have two new models, the Galaxy Tab 3 8-inch and the Galaxy Tab 3 10.1-inch. The 8-inch has a 8-inch display along with 1280 by 800 as the resolution, a 1.5 gigahertz dual-core processor, and 1.5 gigabytes of RAM. On the other hand, the 10-inch Galaxy Tab 3 has also a 10.1-inch display with a resolution of 1280 by 800, the same resolution as the 8-inch Galaxy Tab, but it has a 1.6 gigahertz dual-core processor and only 1 gigabyte of RAM, 0.5 of a gigabyte less than the 8-inch Galaxy Tab. It's really interesting to see these two tablets being announced so early. There is still the ATIV and Galaxy Tab event taking place on June 20th, so it's really going to be interesting to see what Samsung has planned for that event. If you want the #1 smartphone according to PhoneDog smartphone rankings, you have to be on AT&T, T-Mobile, or Sprint. But with this recent announcement of HTC and Verizon, the HTC One will be coming to Verizon's network later this summer. No official date has been announced, no price has been announced, but we can tell you that it's going to be sometime this summer, so we're thinking maybe late June or early July will be the time we get the HTC One. Lastly, the Blackberry Q10 is in the hands of our mighty Aaron Baker, and he takes a look at BlackBerry's first BlackBerry 10 device with a full QWERTY keyboard. The BlackBerry Q10 is a 3.1-inch device. It has a 3.1-inch HD display, also has that amazing famous BlackBerry full QWERTY keyboard, along with a 1.5 gigahertz dual-core processor and 1 gigabyte of RAM. The Q10 struggles to have an appeal to any sort of consumer that's looking for a very good device. It has the hardware that's needed, but the software is still sort of behind. Maybe the app ecosystem needs some more work, the adoption needs to be higher for developers, but overall, BlackBerry 10 is still very, very early. There's a lot of bugs still in the software, and also the gestures on the Q10 is actually pretty complicated to do because the bezel is a lot smaller than it was on the Z10 with a full 4.2-inch touchscreen. Battery life is also a pretty big issue. Aaron struggled to get over 3/4 of a day with a full charge. Is it the best phone in the world? No, but if you want something with your BBM integration, you want something enterprise integration, you want something to be completely enterprise friendly, and BlackBerry has been the operating system for you for ages, then the Q10 is basically the only device that has a full QWERTY keyboard and the newest version of BlackBerry 10. Well, that's all the time I have for this episode of The Weekly Bone. My name is Marco Hanna from PhoneDog.com, and I will see you guys in the next video.